Hello, beautiful souls. Grand Rising. Divine here. Today is February the 1st, Saturday. I hope that you did your cinnamon abundance blessing by your front door. If you don't know what I mean, just put a little cinnamon in your right hand. Step outside your front door. And then bring in abundance, prosperity, wealth, and then you blow the cinnamon into your house. Let it sit on the ground for 24 hours so it can connect to the energy that you're asking for, and then sweep it out the next day. It's the thing you do on February 1st. So any birthday babies out there, play with your cinnamon. I know, right? I'm going to be getting this wrapped in a few days, next week. I'm so excited. My friend has wire, and he's a professional rapper. Well, wire rapper, not music rapper. So he can teach me all that. So, how are you doing? Today's kind of like a catch-up video. But we're going to be talking about a juice fast detox. Pretty much is what we're going to be talking about. So, I just got this new juicer from a friend of mine. And my favorite juice combo has always been carrots, beets, and celery. I lost a couple of my beets somewhere between the grocery store and coming home. So I only have one little tiny beet left, and it looks a little squished. I don't know. So we'll have more of a carrot and celery juice with a little bit of parsley and a little bit of ginger and a little bit of lime. Oh yeah, and I got green apples. Can't forget about the green apples. But I like doing celery, green apples, and lime with a touch of ginger. That was my first husband's favorite mix. So, juice fasting, cleansing, full fasting, body, full detox. I did a full detox cleansing in my 20s. I do half-day fastings all the time. But my last doctor visit, I didn't like the results of the blood work. So I was like, okay, time to do something. So, because it just didn't make sense. She said I had high blood pressure, which we figure is because I'm in Colorado and the altitude, climate, elevation, my body doesn't know how to breathe the thinner air. It's still working on it. So I put chlorophyll in my water, so I'm always drinking green water. I know, right? And I take bay leaf extract. It's a minty flavor, so it's a little intense when I have to take my shot in the morning. But once I start this fasting, I'm not going to be doing any of my supplements during the fasting after this juicing. I'll probably do my last set of supplements tonight. I usually do liquid tinctures, not capsules or pills, unless I can't find it in tincture. Then I'll do a capsule. But I prefer not to. If you don't know what a tincture is, it's basically a concentrated liquid form of whatever particular. Like lion's manes. I love having the lion's mane tincture because it's very hard to find lion's mane in the store. So I like to take the tincture every day, so that way I know I have a little bit of lion's mane in my system. Just like mullein is one of the best things for breathing. And I do take it, but since I've been taking it, my body's used to it, so it's not enough. So I'm also taking dandelion root and berberine. But I was taking berberine a while back, but then I ran out. So that's a whole thing. Yeah. So today is about cleansing your body, preparing your body for a fast, because you don't want to just jump right into not eating anything. So that's why I like to do the juice fast for at least a day or two before. And I usually do soup broth, like miso soup, for a couple days before I do the juice fasting. Then after the juice fasting, I'll drink tea until I dwindle down to just water. And the last meal I ate was just a romaine salad with basil and cilantro with a little bit of cucumber. And I ate that salad to put that kind of roughage in my colon, in my body, in my system, to help push through whatever food is in there. So it's been 3 days before I've had any regular food in preparing. So for the past 4 days, I've dwindled my food down to basically juice, tea, soup, and salad. And now I had my last salad last night, so no more salad. That was the last of the food. Now we get into the drinks. And the liquid vitamins are a great way to come behind the fiber to clean out the system. That's why I do this. Also, in preparation for my fasting, I drink warm lemon, ginger, and honey water before I go to bed and when I woke up for a week before I dwindled down. I did that with my regular meals, and I still continued it up until yesterday. Because I finally got my hibiscus tea yesterday, so I needed to get some of that in my system to help lower my blood pressure a little bit and to put some extra vitamins in my system that the hibiscus carries. One more carrot. Okay. I was like, yeah. I was working on buying more vegetables, but somehow I only ended up with so many carrots. More celery than carrots. But that's normal. So, I like to peel my carrots because I only got to rinse it a little bit. I live in a camper right now for the winter season instead of in my car, because I'm usually living in my car. I've lived and traveled in my car for over a year. I've been in this camper for a month or two, and I've been, going through a cleansing detox, I guess you could say, emotionally. So now we're doing it physically. Yeah, it took me a while to get used to how everything works here. See my one little tired beet? I'll still need to cut it in half too. I think I'm going to have to cut these carrots in half too. That was funny. My phone slipped. I had to take it out of its phone case so I could have it propped up right because it just kept doing some weird angled stuff. So let's see. Now that'll fit fine. That'll be a little tight, but it'll be okay. Again. Okay. Let's see here. If I put it. Yay! You like that whole black and white black thing? It's this app that's on my phone option, so I figured I'd try it out. But it's doing some weird stuff to the carrots for sure. I mean, I like the black and white background, but yeah, so we're going to cut this carrot in half because it doesn't quite fit the hole. I want to check all of them. So, yeah, if you get blood work that comes back funny, one of the fastest ways to regulate your system again is through fasting. I'll have to put the link. I think her name was Mindy. I don't remember her last name. But she was explaining it in very good detail on what fasting does to your body and how it works and how we back in the day, indigenously, we used to fast all the time, especially through seasons. Because, we were basically nomads going through the country during seasons, which I think is an amazing thing. Usually when I cut like this, I'm standing up, not sitting down, but since I'm making the video, I want to stay in the box frame. Let's see. Yeah, that one will fit. This one fit? Alright, cool. Let's see. Since I got a small cup, we're gonna do only so much at a time. Mind you, I've never used this juicer before, so it's gonna be interesting. Let's see here. If I can scoot this over a little bit. So you can at least see the liquid pour in. Yeah, this whole color thing is trippy. I'm loving it though. I love the little effects. It's cool. Yeah, I'm propped up on my feet right now so I can do this. I don't want to get too tall. Then I won't fit the frame. Alright, so it does give us a little tiny pushy thing. How loud is it gonna be? Parsley's having a hard time getting it. Ginger. I know, I wish I had some turmeric. I know. Get that parsley in there. Wow, the cup's not even half full. Guess we'll get to bring in some more celery. I'm saving the other half of the meat for the second class. Now it's a fat carrot. Let's see. Have to go back to the celery. Well, that was fun. I haven't used a juicer in a really, really long time. I haven't had fresh veggie juice in a really, really long time. So I am super excited. I love how you can just turn it around so it stops dripping. So you can take your cup out of it. It's a Black & Decker brand. My friend got it for me. It's not the one I wanted to get. I wanted to get the auger. You know, the one that does it really, really slow and it doesn't make as much sound. But it is what it is. Oh, I almost forgot. A very important factor. I know. I love my little spoon that comes with it. It's so cute. So convenient. Fresh lime juice. I personally don't like the bitter flavor of the skin. I rather save my skin to make a cleaner with. And what I mean is you take this, you put it in a mason jar with half water, half vinegar, you shaky, 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 you strain it, and you got your own natural cleaner. It's that simple. That's simple. I love this thing. Travels with me everywhere. Now I'll mix the lime in. My body is going to be so excited to drink this juice. I haven't had fresh veggie juice in so freaking long. Isn't it cute? Fluorescent, Colorado. Yeah, I live near Fluorescent. I'm not in Fluorescent. I'm in a tiny, tiny town that nobody knows about. I love that. It's funny, too, because when I lived in North Carolina, I lived in a tiny town out in the middle of nowhere that nobody really knew about either. Youngsville. Fresh juice is so good. So good for you. It's the best way to get your liquid vitamins. Of course, a lot of the pulp stays behind. But I'll be putting the pulp in the freezer. So when I'm done with my fasting, I can make muffins. I'm super excited about that. I want to make muffins again. I used to do that. Make pulp muffins. And sometimes what we would do, when I would make big batches, I would just do the carrots, so I'd have carrot pulp. Or I would just do the celery, so I'd have the celery pulp. Well, this time I don't care, I just do a veggie muffins. They come out really yummy. I don't know if you've ever had carrot muffins or zucchini muffins, but they're so good. I grew up with them. So yeah, this is my juice fasting day, probably half a day, because my doctor's appointment is on the 4th. Today's the 1st. So that only gives me 2.5, 3 days to fully cleanse my body before going in. I wanted to have a 4-day water fast before I went in. That way my T cells would have been kicking in and rejuvenating. So with fasting, it comes in different levels, and that's why I said I'll put Mindy's video in the description box. I'll put the link to it. I have to find it. I think it was Emilio that was interviewing her. I can't remember. I watch so many different things. I know I'm always trying to crack my thumb. So many things happened to me moving to Colorado. One of the first things was, when I was first here, I was in Longmont. So I was just outside of Denver, between Denver and Boulder. So it was a perfect location to go visit all the places and areas and stuff. It was a lot of fun. The elevation wasn't as bad as it's here, because here I'm living on top of a mountain. So the elevation here is like 10,000 higher, right? I'm like, 10,000 feet higher? Oh my word. No wonder I have such an issue driving in. And like the town that's nearby, it's like 1,000 feet shallower, so it's like 9,000 feet higher than the rest of the regular parts of Colorado. So yeah, I mean, literally, I wake up. When the first month I was here, I'd wake up catching my breath because I was sleeping on my back because I had the shoulder injury. and I couldn't sleep forward because it hurt so much. All I could do was keep it to my side like that for like a month. I don't know what I did to it. I think it was when I was working in the mine that I turned a certain way because I was like this. I went like this. So I think it pulled it when I went like that. I don't know. Because I was talking to the doctor's assistant. You know, she could be a nurse practitioner. I don't know. So I just say assistant. Because, I don't like to misrepresent. Oh, it looks so good. I gotta drink more. Yeah, but when I was at my osteo doctor, so we had already gotten the shoulder x-ray. That was okay. So he did a whole spine and neck and my right hip. Because if you watch my videos before, you know that my right hip gets really sore, inflamed when I do a lot of driving or when I work my 20-hour shifts at the shows. Because I do food vending at the shows. Because it's fun, it's relaxed, there's no dress code, and I get to book out food for days and days and days and days. Because if you follow me, then you know I'm a private chef. I'm a vegan chef, but I will cook for non-vegan people. Getting paid is getting paid. I prefer to cook vegan for others, but it takes time to build that clientele. Because most vegans I know already cook for themselves, like a lot. So they don't really want to have a private chef. I am working on getting a different clientele, but everything takes time. First, I'm going through my healing process, which we're doing now. So when I first moved to Colorado, I got a cold, I got my shoulder injury, so I felt like completely incapacitated for over 2 months. I mean, I was losing it. Like, I felt like a complete invalid. It was so frustrating. But yeah, so my thumb, when I went to the first doctor, they didn't have an availability till after Christmas. So then I went to find another primary doctor. It was to the next town. And I was able to get in right away. But I regretted it because all she did was prescribe me an oral steroid. One dose of the steroid made my thumb numb, and it's been over 2 months. And that's why I'm always pulling, cracking, and massaging it to try to get that feeling back in my thumb. Excuse me. Because being a massage therapist, not being able to feel the pressure under my thumb is a very critical thing. So that's kind of put me delayed in my regular work ethics. It's very unfortunate because people see a weaker side of me instead of the regular stronger side of me. And you know how people love to judge people when they're in a weaker state. So it's been an interesting go around. But the people that were judging me are not in my life anymore, thankfully. I can go about being me without feeling less than. Because you know how people are when they're judgy. Oh, it's so crazy. You know, when someone's not happy and they see something that you're doing and they want it, they judge you until you feel invalidated. I hate using labels, but a lot of people call it a narcissistic trait. And I'm like, okay, I get it. But I am not one to represent the one that caused you pain in your past. That's just not for me. I am not your scapegoat. I went through too much of that with my previous relationships and my family members. I'll just leave it at that. So, this will be my 1 day of juice fasting, since I'm a day behind. I've already done the soup cleansing to push things through, the warm soup and the fiber, and then the lemon water to help push out impurities. See, because one of the biggest things that people forget about when they start a fast is you're going to start releasing a lot of toxins when your body just goes to water. I mean, like a lot of toxins. So it's always better to prepare your body to have less toxins in it before you start your fasting. So that way you don't get as sick, you don't feel as nauseous, your sweats don't smell as stinky. Yeah, because when you're detoxing, all your toxins come out. So the toxins in your body will come out through your sweat. And it's really, really good to sit in a sauna for a day or two when you're going through fasting. So after my doctor's appointment, I will be going straight to the Restore Health and Wellness Center that I love to go to. So I can get my sauna, I can get my cryo sandwich, and so I can get my saline IV with a little bit of vitamin boost. Because that's not something for my body to process to digest. That'll be straight into the IV. So technically I'll still be fasting. It's still water-based. So I'm really excited about doing this process and being able to do my blood work when I go to the doctor on the 4th to see how the fasting is affecting the differences in my body, to see if it's normalizing my blood work or if it's making it more erratic than it was. Because she said I was borderline diabetic, I had high cholesterol, I had high blood pressure, I had high red blood cells and high white blood cells. I'm like, she's like, that's not even normal to happen. I'm like, are we really talking about my blood work then? I'm just like, all right, we need to nip this in the bud and figure this out. And that's why I'm doing this, because I've never had such a wonky blood results before. So it made me say, I need to take my blood work back into my own hands. My life, my feeding schedule, my eating habits. Because being vegan, never thought twice about diabetes or high cholesterol. It's not like I eat fried foods. I'm a very conscious vegan. So it's very strange to me. I always call myself the unethical vegan because I eat honey. Because a lot of strict vegans will say, well, honey's not vegan. So, because it comes from bees. It's not like we kill the bees to get their honey. It's the overabundance of honey. I like to get my honey from more local honey places, or I like to get it from another country. Yeah, like Lebanese. They make some incredible honeys. Like I had this, I'll show you the bottle. See, it's called Ten Shan Honey. Mountain's best honey in the world. True raw honey, unprocessed, unheated, or strained, free from pesticides, organic. It's kind of hard to get organic honey in the United States because we have so many non-organic farms throughout the states. Because bees, you can't control where they go. Just like birds, they fly south for the winter, right? So yeah, this, as I say, don't feed honey to infants. But yeah, this is like my favorite mountain honey. Anyway, that's the one non-vegan thing I do. Yeah, I want to keep drinking this juice because I don't want it to settle. The foamy is starting to get like in one spot. I know, you're all asking, why move to Colorado in the middle of winter? I'm not really sure. But I Do you know one amazing thing that happened? More than amazing. Just give me 1 second. I gotta show you. She's so cute. I don't know. This is my biggest blessing. Her name is Sugar Ray. I call her Little Ray, or Ray Ray. She is a rescue dog. She's a purebred. Of what kind, I'm not sure. I have to ask the original owner. I woke her up from her nap. She's just like, "What's going on, Mom? Why am I here right now?" But yeah, she's been my new best friend. Yeah, the previous owner made this one for her. I've gotten her a few more. But yeah, this is my little Ray. I did not name her. If I had named her, I would have named her Atreyu. Because doesn't she look like a baby dragon face? So, she's been helping me through this fast. Keeping me company. Whenever I think about food, she comes up and gives me her paw so I can pet her. Yeah, I love it. So she's a sweetheart. I haven't had a pet in 12 years, I think. I don't know. I really missed having one. I mean, there was a point where I had cats and dogs and bearded dragons and so many pets. Like, I can't even name them all. It's hard to remember. It's like a lifetime ago. Yeah, but she'll just sit there and let me pet her and pet her and pet her. I love it so much. And then if I stop, she usually like, "Mom, what are you doing? Why'd you stop?" I think she's just so tired because I woke her up from her nap. She had just finished her dinner. And no, I don't have a vegan puppy. I would never do that to my puppy. This puppy, she loves beef. Anything cow, I swear. Because, like, I've gotten her chicken-style dog food. She don't like it. She'll just stare at it. But then when she gets hungry enough, she'll eat it. But she doesn't like it. If there's a beef mix, she goes straight for it, gobbles it up right away. I'm like, okay. Yeah, but she's like 8 or 9 years old. She was a breeder's dog. They bred her so hard. She had like 8 litters. Poor little thing. She's just such a little thing. Yeah. So she only has 4 teeth now. Yeah. And I think she's having a little bit of issue with the elevation too. Because I'll catch her with her mouth open sometimes and she sneezes a lot. The first 2 nights that the first week she was here, she spit up a couple of nights in a row. Then I gave her a long bath, and then she was better. But yeah, you see how she just keeps her head to my chest? She just wants to be here. She just loves it when I hold her. Support group. The best support group. Yeah. So, I've been jabbing for over half an hour, talking about my fasting, catching you up with my day-to-days in Colorado. Yeah, I'll be moving out of this camper next week after my doctor's appointment into a slightly bigger camper, which will be good. And hopefully they'll be able to get the sewer and the water working so I don't have to bucket it or bottle it. Yeah, I have to go fill water by the spigot to have water in my camper. So I take bathtub baths in my Tupperware container right now. See, this is what she does. She gets on this licking frenzy. every morning when we wake up, she tries to lick every part of my skin. It drives me insane. And I don't have my towel with me right now to wipe it off. I don't know how to make her stop because she literally drools when she does this. I know, right? And then she, look at that yawn. You still sleepy, baby. All right. Well, I better let you go because there's not much battery left on my phone. Remember, I love you and I love me. You love you. I'll take care of me. You take care of you. And we'll be good. You have an amazing grand rising, you beautiful souls. Remember, I love you. The universe loves you. You got this. Say bye.